Be prepared. 2025 is finally here, and it comes with shocking news. The future you're planning for is already gone. Stop for a moment and think about that. All those big plans, all the goals you've carefully laid out, they might be for a version of reality that's already slipping away. Energetically, 2025 is unlike anything we've seen before. The timelines are shifting. Reality itself is being rewritten. The truth is, the future isn't set in stone. Right now, it's being reshaped by cosmic forces far beyond our control. The Pleiadians have warned us about this. They've told us that trying to map out your life like you're following a road on a map will only cause frustration. Why? Because the map is changing. The destination is moving. But don't worry. What's coming next could be even more powerful. The future you've been dreaming of is already dead. You're being prepared for something extraordinary. The Pleiadians don't reach out casually. When they communicate, it's because humanity stands on the edge of something monumental. And here's the thing, they're not here to save us. They're here to remind us of who we are. This year, 2025, marks a pivotal moment in human evolution. Energetic shifts are happening faster than ever, and with them comes the potential for immense spiritual growth. The Pleiadians have one mission: to help us align with our highest purpose, to guide us through these rapid changes and prepare us for what's to come. But don't mistake their guidance for interference. They're not here to take over. They're here to help us step into our own power. They've come now because this moment, this year, holds extraordinary potential. The question is, are you ready to let go of old paradigms and step into the unknown? Time isn't a straight line. It's a living, breathing web of infinite possibilities. We've been taught to see time as linear, past, present, future. A straight road stretching endlessly in one direction. But what if that's all wrong? What if time, as the Pleiadians reveal, is more like a river, fluid, shifting and weaving together countless streams of potential? When you plan your future based on what you've known in the past, you're anchoring yourself to a timeline that may no longer exist. The Pleiadians teach us that time isn't static, it's alive. And right now, the river of time is flowing faster than ever, carving out new paths and leaving old ones to dry up. This isn't just theory, it's happening to us all. Have you noticed how the days feel like they're speeding up, or how events in your life seem to spiral in unexpected directions? That's the energy of non-linear time. When you make big plans, you tether yourself to specific outcomes. You lock yourself into a single stream in the river, cutting off the infinite possibilities around you. Planning based on the past is like trying to navigate a river with a map of a desert. It simply doesn't work. The Pleiadians remind us that in times like these, flexibility is your superpower. By staying open, you align with the flow of time rather than fighting against it. This isn't about abandoning your dreams, it's about dreaming in harmony with the present moment, not the echoes of a world that's already shifted. 2025 isn't just a new year, it's a cosmic reset. This isn't your typical fresh start. The energy of 2025 is unlike anything we've experienced. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast canvas, brush in hand, with the entire universe inviting you to create something entirely new. That's the energy we're stepping into. But here's the paradox. If you start painting too soon, you might miss the bigger picture. The Pleiadians emphasize that 2025 is a year for recalibration, a time to let the cosmic energy settle before making bold moves. Think about it. The massive energetic shifts of the past few years have left us in a state of flux. It's like the universe just hit the reset button and the screen is still loading. Jumping into rigid plans now is like trying to run a program on an unfinished system. Instead, this year invites us to embrace the unknown, to live moment to moment with curiosity and trust. The Pleiadians remind us that this isn't about passivity, it's about presence. By staying flexible, you allow the energies of 2025 to guide you toward paths you might never have imagined. Remember, the universe isn't asking you to plan, it's asking you to co-create. This year isn't about controlling the outcome, it's about dancing with the rhythm of life as it unfolds. So take a deep breath, let go of rigid expectations, and step into 2025 with an open heart and an open mind. Are your plans limiting your potential? When you fixate on the future, you risk closing yourself off to possibilities you can't even imagine yet. Think about this. How often have you made a plan, only to have life throw something unexpected, something better, into your path? The Pleiadians teach us that obsessing over rigid outcomes creates walls around your reality. You become so focused on reaching a specific destination that you miss the doors opening along the way. Your potential isn't confined to the path you can see. It exists in the paths you haven't yet discovered. Maybe you planned for years to follow a certain career, only to find that a random encounter led you to your true calling. Or perhaps you've clung tightly to a specific relationship, only to realize later that letting go made space for something far more aligned. The Pleiadians remind us that the universe works in ways beyond our comprehension. Their message is clear. The more we release control, the more we allow higher energies to guide us toward what's truly meant for us. Living in the now doesn't mean abandoning ambition. It means embracing adaptability. When you surrender to the present moment, you align yourself with the highest timeline, not the one limited by your past expectations. What if your dream is no longer aligned with who you're becoming? Have you ever chased a goal with everything you had, only to achieve it and feel empty? It's a strange and unsettling realization. The thing you thought would make you happy no longer fits the person you've become. This isn't failure. It's evolution. The Pleiadians warn us about this very trap, setting goals based on outdated versions of ourselves. Think about it. If you're constantly growing and evolving, then the dreams you had a year ago or even a few months ago might not resonate with the person you are today. Spiritual growth isn't about clinging to who you were. It's about embracing who you're becoming. When we grow spiritually, our priorities shift. You may find that the career you once craved feels shallow, or that the relationships you built on an old foundation no longer align with your energy. This isn't a sign of losing your way. It's a sign that your soul is asking for something deeper, something truer. Rigid plans can feel like anchors in this process, holding you back when you're meant to soar. The Pleiadians remind us that goals created from the mind, rather than the heart, often lead to struggle and dissatisfaction. When you set goals rooted in the past, you risk tying yourself to timelines that no longer serve your growth. Instead, they urge us to tune into the energy of now. Are your goals truly aligned with the person you're becoming? Or are they rooted in the person you used to be? If they feel heavy, burdensome, or irrelevant, it might be time to pause and realign. The more you try to control the future, the more you'll feel lost. Control feels safe, doesn't it? It feels like the steering wheel that keeps your life on track. But what if I told you that the tighter you grip, the further off course you might actually be? The Pleiadians often remind us of this paradox. True freedom isn't found in controlling the future, it's found in trusting the present. When you plan every step, you create expectations. And when reality doesn't match those expectations, stress and frustration flood in. The very control you sought becomes your prison. Think about how much energy we pour into trying to predict and dictate our lives. The job we think will bring us happiness. The relationships we believe will complete us. Yet how often do those plans unfold exactly as imagined? And when they don't, do we adapt or do we resist? The Pleiadians offer an alternative: surrender. Not as defeat, but as a partnership with the universe. Imagine walking a path through a dense forest. If you insist on sticking to a rigid map, you might miss the small, unmarked trail leading to a breathtaking view. Control keeps you confined to what you know. Surrender opens you to what you don't. But surrender raises a terrifying question. What happens when you stop controlling? And here's where the Pleiadians leave us with a tantalizing clue. But wait, what if the best opportunities can't be planned for? Let's flip the script. What if the very thing you've been avoiding, uncertainty, is actually where the magic happens? Let's step into a truth that most people ignore. Life doesn't follow your script. Sometimes, the most transformative experiences often appear uninvited, unplanned, and at first, even unwanted. Think about a pivotal moment in your life, something that changed everything. Was it meticulously planned, or did it arrive unexpectedly? Perhaps it was an unplanned detour, a random conversation, or a chance encounter that shifted your trajectory. What if those moments weren't accidents, but the universe's way of guiding you towards something greater? The Pleiadians emphasize this again and again. Rigid plans blind you to divine opportunities. They describe spontaneity not as recklessness, but as trust, a willingness to flow with the energy of the moment, even when it feels uncertain. When you wake up in the morning, you don't script every word you'll say or every interaction you'll have, and yet life unfolds. Imagine applying that same openness to the bigger picture. What would happen if you stopped gripping so tightly to a fixed plan and instead allowed space for serendipity to enter? The Pleiadians urge us to listen to those intuitive nudges, the ones that don't make sense on paper but feel undeniably right. They say these moments are whispers from the universe, guiding us toward what's meant for us. So how do you embrace this? Start with small steps. Say yes to something unexpected. Let yourself deviate from the path you've charted. And when you feel that inner resistance, the voice saying, "But this isn't part of the plan," pause. Ask yourself, what if this is exactly what I need? What if the future waiting for you is better than the one you're planning? Let's dream bigger. Let's step into a vision that defies everything you thought you knew. The Pleiadians often share this profound insight. Your plans are rooted in the past, but the future is born from the infinite. Think about that. Every plan you make is based on what you've already experienced, what you've already seen. But the future, it's untouched, uncharted. It's not limited by what's come before. Imagine standing on the edge of a vast, unexplored ocean. You can build a tiny boat and stick close to the shore where it feels safe, or you can let go and trust the current to take you somewhere beyond your imagination. But here's the challenge. Trusting the unknown isn't easy. Yet, This is exactly what the Pleiadians encourage us to do. They remind us that the universe operates on a scale far beyond our understanding. What you perceive as the ultimate goal is often just the beginning of something far grander. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.